All right, welcome to a quick. Well, we'll see if it's quick or not. It depends how it goes. I'm going live right away. I ran into this article that I want to cover extensively with you here on the video, just making it live, raw, real, unbiased, making sure that we understand how to handle an article like this if you run into it, especially if you're a beginner, person that starts to get into exercise or actually wants to start getting in shape. I've always said this: if it's too easy, it's not worth it. If it's too easy, it's not worth it, depending on what kind of goals you're trying to reach, right? If you want to maintain a certain level of body composition, strength, cardiovascular levels, balance, so on, then you might just have to be doing the minimum effort, right? The minimum. And after that, if you now want to get stronger, better, faster, you want to look better, you want to have more strength, then you're going to have to go a little bit harder than what you did last time. A little bit above the maintenance level of effort. So, but we're going to be going into a couple of articles. One main article was from Tessa. Okay, Tessa, I cannot pronounce her last name, so forgive me. But yeah, Tessa, she actually is a biologist. Okay, she's a biologist. She's a book smart. So I don't know. That's mainly what I know about her. But we can go to her page here. It's a profile that was posted. Let's see. Let me take you there real quick. So, it actually did come up. So it's this one right here. Yeah, so right here, so this page right here, so this one is gonna let us know exactly who is it before we even read the article, right? We want to know who it is and what's their experience, their background, how long has he or she's been consistent with this kind of study, involvement, so on and so on. Okay, so we're gonna see what's up. So right here on this profile page, Tessa K, we're gonna call her, journalist and editor assistant, Science Alert. She's an editor there. Let me see, science journalist article. So this is the main article, right? But we're gonna go to the other one posted in another page. But this is who she is, as seen in Science Alert, MSN Australia. I'm guessing she's from Australia. MSN Canada, Malaysia, all that. So let's see if we can see what she's really involved with. Science journalist and fact checker, Science Alert, Wild Oz, Science Art, Science Com, so on and so on. Bachelor's in science. I was gonna say Scientology, but I think that's a religion. All right, so yeah, so there she's mainly a biologist major. Okay, so let's see what she says on. So this is the article I want to take you to, and we're gonna dissect it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dissect the article. So we go here. This one. Study finds a potential downside to vigorous exercise we didn't know about. Wow, so she found a new study, basically, right? It's 2023, and are we still finding out new studies on what exercise does to the body? I don't think so. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. I've been doing this for 14 plus years. It's not rocket science. Eat whole foods, a lot of lean meats, good fats, good oils, a lot of vegetables, some fruits, nuts, seeds, your water intake, and you're good to go. Throughout those foods, you'll have your probiotics, enzymes, prebiotics, vitamins, minerals, proteins, good fats, good oils, good carbs, and you're set. You have everything covered. So it's not rocket science. So right here, and it was just posted today. Okay, it was just posted today. Study finds a potential downside to vigorous exercise we didn't know about. So let's see what she says. So first thing she says is bad news for any extreme exercise junkies out there. So One thing that comes to mind right away is I think it's a bigger hit on the CrossFit environment. The CrossFit environment, because when it comes down to CrossFit, they're using Olympic lifting and stuff like that, right? Olympic lifting in regards to using it as a excessive amount of repetitions. So now you have form technique that are being hindered. So you have to be careful with doing that specific exercise with a high amount of repetitions. So now when bringing that up, let me bring you over here now. So it brings me to this. Let me take you there. Okay, so bad news for any extreme exercise junkies out there, and it is true, because as for me, I don't do Olympic lifting. I'll do maybe some deadlifts, maybe, here and there. We do deadlifts, but we use like the hex bar, stuff like that. We don't do many clean and jerks, hang and jerks and stuff like that. We don't do that. All right, so let's go this one right here. So remember a while back, the whole CrossFit community were getting hit with this, and it's true. It's true that too much of that can cause rhabno. Okay, rhabno, exertional rhabnomolysis after CrossFit exercise. Okay, rhabno. What is rhabno, right? What is rhabno? Multiple studies have reported the metabolic benefits of high-intensity exercise program like CrossFit. If these high-intensity exercises are not done in a proper structured pattern, adverse outcomes like rhabno can occur. Here we discuss a case of a patient who undertook one session of CrossFit exercise and developed exertional rhabno. Okay, he's 22 years old, Caucasian male, presented to the emergency department with complaints of generalized body ache and passage of dark colored urine. All right. His symptoms began after 2 days of an exhaustive session of CrossFit exercise. Blood tests in the emergency showed elevated creatine kinase, CK, of 132,000 units per liter, normal RANO, and normal serum electrolytes. His clinical symptoms and lab findings were consistent with exertional rhabno. Okay, I just call it rhabno. He was treated with aggressive intravenous fluids and oral hydration therapy. He did not develop any complications, and he was discharged on the 6th day. This case report demonstrates a possible preventable rhabno that developed secondary to undue participation in CrossFit exercises. There you go. Okay, so that's what rhabno is. It can give you some crazy side effects. Okay, so let's see the side effects, right? So if we go here, these are the side effects. So this ain't nothing new. What she supposedly found is nothing new. Symptoms. It's important to learn the signs and symptoms of rhabno that may be present. Learning the symptoms can help you figure out if you are or someone else needs to seek medical attention. If you develop rhabno, you might have one or more of these symptoms. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So let me see. Muscle cramps. Okay. Muscle cramps, aches, or pains that are more severe than expected. Okay. More severe than expected. Look at this is the big one. Dark urine. Dark urine can be a side effect. Feeling weak or tired unable to complete job tasks or finish a workout routine. That's crazy, right? We have to be careful with that. And that's one thing that I always advise my members is to not overtrain, because there is such a thing as overtraining. You gotta give the body time to rest too. It's all a balance. Your workout, your nutrition, your rest, your water intake, it's all a balance. Too little of it, you won't get the results. Too much of it can actually hurt the body. So it's gotta be right in the middle, and that's the challenge. That's the challenge, to have that balance, have some self-control, because some of us are way more motivated than others, and we just want to work out as much as we can just to kind of reach a certain fitness level, and we want it by tomorrow. That's the problem. See, so that's when this can happen. When will symptoms appear? Symptoms can appear anytime after muscle injury. For some people, symptoms might not start to appear until several days after the initial injury. If you have any of these symptoms at any time, do not ignore them. Seek medical treatment right away. Earlier diagnosis means an earlier start to treatment and greater chance of recovery without permanent health effects. How is Rhabdo diagnosed? The muscle protein enters the bloodstream when muscle tissue is damaged. When Rhabdo is present, CK levels will rise. Yep. There you have it. So you start feeling really fatigued, right? Really fatigued. You'll start to have more muscle cramps, more aches or pains that are more severe than expected. Dark urine is the big one, right? Feeling weak or tired. You know, a lot of times this is because you're overtraining, or you're not eating enough food or the right amount of food to sustain your workout, or your entire workout regimen. See? So unable to complete job tasks or finish a workout routine. It is possible to have Rhabdo and show no symptoms. If you do begin to show these symptoms, seek medical care immediately. Yeah. See, so, and I always advise my members, you know, to not work out more than 3 days in a row. No more than 2 days in a row. 3 days, you're taking a risk. If you work out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, where's your rest day? When did you give your Monday workout time to recover and repair, right? And then especially if you're not sleeping enough, it's only gonna double your side effects. So let's go back to the article now. Now that we understand, so it ain't no new thing. It ain't no new thing, as she claims to have. So let's go back. So back to this article here, right? Study finds a potential downside to vigorous exercise we didn't know about. We knew about it. We already knew about it, Tessa. It's all a balance. It's all a balance. And actually, look at, as for me, yet I ended up resting yesterday and today, because today I usually go and do 2 miles and 200 burpees, but I ended up resting. Why? Because Friday I worked out in the morning. In the morning I did 4 miles, 40 chin-ups, 40 Navy SEAL burpees, and 40 deadlift squats, right? Deadlift squats with 185 pounds. I did that in the morning, and then in the evening I went into the boot camp workout, because one of my sons, he's teaching the class now. So I went in there and I did the whole workout as well. It was a 5-station rotation workout, buddy workout, to where you push each other, and it's an awesome full body workout. So I did those two, morning and evening. So now I'm resting. I rested yesterday, and I'm resting today as well, just to not overdo it. All right, so study finds. So see, this ain't no new thing. So we can end the live stream already, but let's see what she says. Bad news for any extreme exercise junkies out there. Excessive vigorous exercise could muffle your immune system. Yeah, Yeah, because you tear down muscle fiber tissue and you don't build it back up. You don't give it time to recover and repair muscle synthesis, right? Protein synthesis, or you're not giving it the right nutrition. At least that's what a study analyzing over 4,700 post-exercise fluid molecules from firefighters suggests. From firefighters. All right. So how aggressive is their occupation, right? Because that's a full-blown workout on its own, but are they doing it regularly? That's the thing. This may be problematic for workers with consistently physical demanding jobs that require intense fitness training, such as emergency workers and athletes. People who are, look at athletes, they've been doing some great stuff right now. Let's not be ignorant now, right? When it comes down to any professional level, now what comes to mind? PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, right? So now we have steroids, PEDs, SARMs, even TRT and stuff like that in the mix. So you can't really count that as in a true analysis with an athlete. Why? Like I said, because they recovered, repaired, and build and healed faster than the normal person because they're using drugs. You see, so but do it naturally, right? Do it. You gotta try to be able to do it naturally. Okay, so people who are very fit might be more prone to viral respiratory infection immediately after vigorous exercise. What? Having less inflammatory activity to fight off an infection could be one cause. While there is strong evidence to suggest that moderate physical activity among healthy individuals can favor the immune system in the long run, what happens to the immune system directly following vigorous exercise is controversial. Okay, so she's still not 100% sure, right? And why? Maybe because she hasn't really worked out vigorously to really experience that. And like I said, when it comes down to a vigorous workout, you better have your rest and your nutrition, also hydration, up there with it. It's got to back it up. If you're just working out vigorously and you don't have your nutrition, your hydration, and your rest properly placed, you're wrong. You're gonna get hurt. You're gonna go through some fatigue. You might even go into catabolic state, so on and so on. You'll reduce your metabolism. You just start destroying the body. Yes, so let's see. There is little reliable evidence that supports the claim that intense exercise heightens the risk of opportunistic infections. Although a few previous studies have noted self-reported upper tract respiratory infections in athletes compared to control groups after strenuous activities, whether these are correlations or causations is unknown. Come on. You know why? No, if you're not sure about something, she's just doing work. She just got paid for this article. She needed to complete her quota, is from what it looks like. Okay, so Nakasasu and colleagues tested the blood, plasma, urine, and saliva from 11 firefighters before and after 45 minutes of intense exercise, hauling up to 20 kilograms or 44 pounds of gear over hilly terrain. Okay, yeah. But how was their nutrition before? How was their level of fitness before? You know what? No. This is a bad study. This is a bad study. Of course, if you are not taking care of yourself and you go and do a strenuous workout, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Even like when somebody signs up for my boot camp, they don't go in and start performing at a high level with the high level boot camp members. No, everybody has a fitness level. So now when a new member comes in, they do less repetitions. They have way more resting periods. They have a lot of modifications, so on and so on. But here they're firefighters. They have to go fight the fire, no matter what. It doesn't apply, because a firefighter is gonna go in and they're not gonna have no modifications or fitness levels. It's you go do that, I go do this. We're gonna do whatever it takes, and if we gotta go vigorously, we gotta go vigorous. Although I haven't been taking care of myself, I'm not to a certain fitness level, I'm not able to handle this, I have to do it anyways, because there's a fire and there's somebody trapped in there. That's it. So now that what happens is they tested the ones that came after that, and what is it? Yeah, they're gonna be facing some of these side effects because the body's not used to that kind of vigorous exercise. They're going in too hard too quick. All right, we wanted to take an in-depth look at what's happening in the body and see if we're able to detect danger from exhaustion in its earliest stages. Perhaps we can reduce the risk of strenuous exercise for first responders, athletes, and members of the military. Yep. You got to start off at the low intensity. You start low and then you gradually move on to a vigorous workout. Like, let's say, like I mentioned earlier, I did the 4 miles, 40 Navy SEALs, 40 chin-ups, and 40 185-pound deadlifts in an hour and a half. To me, it wasn't too vigorous. It wasn't. But to a beginner, to somebody that's not used to that level of intensity, of course it's going to be super vigorous. You might need 2.5 hours to complete it. I completed it in an hour and a half, but somebody else might need 2 hours and a half in order to not succumb to something like this, right? You get injured, you get hurt, you impact the body too hard too soon. So now the body doesn't have its macronutrients, its right nutrition for repairment, recovery, right? Replenishing, so on and so on. So no, this is a really bad study. Really bad study. So right here, there's no question exercise does wonders for our health, from boosting moods to strengthening our immune system. Yep. But as in previous studies, the new research detected possible signs of immune suppression within the workout firefighters. See, and they're mostly concentrating on firefighters, on just their daily occupation routine. You know, you can't place this study on somebody that has a workout regimen. If you have a workout regimen, now you have balancing, you have modifications, you have intensity levels, right? You have all that supervision. Maybe you have a personal trainer, an instructor, somebody. So yeah, and that's why I'm glad that I covered the RABNO right before we went into this. Remember, there is such a thing as overtraining. And what is that? RABNO. Look it up. Okay, I covered it earlier. It is mostly around the CrossFit environment, the whole RABNO thing, to where you start peeing dark, right? You have some like dark urine. You start feeling super fatigued and lethargic and stuff like that because you're just overtraining. You're not giving the body rest to repair. All right, so there's no question about it that exercise is actually really good, but as in previous studies, so on and so on. Amidst the expected physical changes helping our bodies maintain the increase in fluids, energy, and oxygen that exercise demands, there was a decrease in molecules involved in inflammation. This was accompanied by increased opiofen, a dilator of peripheral blood vessels. What these changes ultimately mean for the short-term function of the immune system is unclear, but the researchers have a few ideas. OP, I'm gonna call it OP, may increase blood flow to muscles during the exercise regimen to improve the delivery of oxygen and nutrients. True, the team writes in their paper. We postulate that the decrease in inflammatory molecules we observed in the saliva after exercise might represent an adaptive mechanism to improve gas exchange to respond to higher cellular oxygen demand. All right, are we almost done here? Yeah, so no, it's just the study was made on firefighters. We don't know if those firefighters were actually taking care of themselves, if they themselves have a workout regimen. Don't compare it to their just overall occupation as a firefighter. No, they have to have a workout regimen that backs up their level of occupation in exercise, right? That's where it should be. Just because you're a firefighter doesn't mean you don't have to work out. No, you have to work out, eat right, especially if you have that kind of occupation. I say this as well to the construction workers, right? Construction working is also in high demand of an exercise activity, right? You're gonna be doing a lot physically, so stuff like that. So yes, so be careful of overtraining. That's all I can kind of give you from this article, and that's it. You know, make sure it's balanced. Make sure you're backing up your workout with proper nutrition, proper rest, recovery, your water intake. Water is everything as well. Be properly hydrated. And again, that's if you wanna get stronger, better, faster, not maintain. If you're gonna maintain, you don't have to do too much of a vigorous workout, right? We have fitness levels, so on and so on. But a lot of us are in the mission of weight loss. The majority of us are in the mission of weight loss, and especially if you like to kind of go out and enjoy yourself, you treat yourself a little bit more often than usual. So you're gonna gain a little bit of weight because you're consuming a little bit more than usual. Then you're gonna have to have a vigorous workout to start getting that fat burning mechanism going, right? Because you don't want to accumulate too much body fat. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like this video right here, don't forget to hit that like button so I can know which videos you like best. And I'll be doing random videos here. Make sure you are subscribed. If you found this video interesting and intriguing, share it with somebody. And leave me a comment, question, or concern, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, be safe, always and forever. Mind, body, and strive.